As torrential rains looms, the federal government has unveiled a bold move to curb flood disasters and climate-induced crises across Nigeria. Vice President Kashim Shettima on Wednesday launched Nigeria's Anticipatory Action Framework, a strategic shift from reactive disaster response to proactive preparedness. The initiative, unveiled at a workshop in Abuja, introduces early warning systems, prearranged financing, and local preparedness as core pillars to protect lives and livelihood. Over 5 million Nigerians were impacted by flooding in 2024 alone. The Vice President highlighted success stories such as Benue State, where early alerts led to the evacuation of over 80,000 people in 72 hours. The framework involves a dedicated trigger group made up of national agencies, NIMET, NISA, NEMA, NASADA, NOAA, and international partners including UNOCHA, WFP, FAO, and FRRC. Earlier, the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Professor Nentawe Uwatda, emphasized the use of the National Social Register for targeted responses and called for a National Risk Coordination Center and real-time monitoring systems. UN Resident Coordinator Mohamed Malik Fall also praised Nigeria's leadership in disaster preparedness, stating that West Africa looks to the country as a model. While the National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu and other speakers echoed the urgency of embedded the framework into institutionalized practice to ensure resilience, reduce displacement, and secure national assets.
It is my profound honor today to discuss this crucial issue at the heart of the nation, our survival and also our progress on humanitarian challenges in Nigeria, the urgency of risk monitoring and coordinated action. I begin by acknowledging the outstanding leadership of the Vice President in pushing this work beyond doubt to this stage. To me, it looked faster than what government agencies and government outlets normally do, almost looking like a private sector drive. Thank you, Mr. Vice President, for providing leadership.
This effort, while technology enables us to predict hazards with increasing accuracy, it is preparedness, communication, and coordination that transform warnings into effective actions. This is where the Anticipatory Action Task Force has shown remarkable leadership by developing strategic framework that blends data, local knowledge, and community engagement into a cohesive, forward-looking model for disaster risk reduction.
The President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, and the Vice President are deeply committed to building a disaster-resilient Nigeria. Our office, under the National Economic Council, is working closely with all relevant MDAs to integrate anticipatory action into national and subnational development planning. The time for piecemeal responses is over. We must shift to systems thinking, where data, people, and policies are interconnected, and where foresight guides our interventions. The floodwaters of 2022 and 2024 taught us painful lessons, but they also opened a window of opportunity to redesign our disaster preparedness architecture in a way that is smart, inclusive, and resilient. Let this workshop be more than a meeting of minds. Let it be the launchpad for a new era of anticipatory governance in Nigeria. Together we can move from warnings to action, from vulnerability to resilience, and from crisis management to forward-looking preparedness. I thank you all for your commitment and
could hope that Borno would be where it is today. But thanks to your leadership, thanks to your wisdom, we have overcome those challenges. There are still things remaining, but the same guidance, the same wisdom, the same leadership we expect from you today as a humanitarian community. Let me end by saying, when I speak in a gathering like this, I'm tempted to remove my hat of humanitarian coordinator and take the one of the son of the soil. I am from Senegal. And in this region and in sub-Saharan Africa, we look up to Nigeria. For everywhere we want to be successful. For everywhere we want to succeed. And I'm coming always with the conviction that if we don't succeed in Nigeria, we will not succeed in the rest of the sub-region and will not succeed in the rest of the continent.
Move forward with this advanced and spirit action, forward-thinking, life-saving, transformative approach to crisis management. Today, the World Bank reaffirms its strong commitment to supporting Nigeria's anticipatory action framework, an ambitious and necessary effort to shift from reactive crisis response to proactive, risk-informed decision-making. The anticipatory action, it is very important because every dollar spent before a crisis can save up to $7 or $10 in response and recovery. It matters because it protects livelihoods, preserves dignity, strengthens the resilience of community, and above all, it saves lives. Ladies and gentlemen, the World Bank commend the Nigerian leadership in adopting this multi-sectoral and locally driven anticipatory action strategy. Grounded in evidence, we've been here last week or so discussing all the details of this framework, and aligned with global best practices. We had so many people from different areas to support this, rooted in the needs and aspirations of Nigerian people. The World Bank is proud to support the federal government of Nigeria in the following areas. One, in strengthening hydromet services and the railway system, supporting risk financing and the financial protection, investing in disaster and climate risk reduction, investing in adapting social protection, strengthening policy and legal framework, and building capacity of local institutions and the communities. We are working closely with everyone else, and we're working closely with the government, we're working closely with development partners. In summary, I would like to end with this. Anticipatory action is not just a policy shift, it is a moral imperative. In the world of increasing crisis and uncertainty, our collective future depends on what we do before the storm, before the floods, before the drought, before the crisis. Together, we can build a more prepared, a more resilient Nigeria. Thank you.
In Northeast, we are all united by a common heritage of poverty and destitution. We have no business fighting each other. We should be fighting poverty. And are we as religious as we are pretending to be? No. Islam does not sanction the killing of the innocent. Islam does not approve burning churches and synagogues. Most of us have God on our lips and devil in our hearts. As God said, let every man clean the front of his own door and the whole world will be clean. Be a better Christian. Be a better Muslim. When you will imbibe the teachings of Jesus Christ, the teachings of Prophet Muhammad. Their teachings revolve around compassion, forgiveness, and service. Not about killings, destruction, and burning places of worship and homes. Again, the condolences of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the government and people of the Federal Republic of Nigeria goes to the people of the Plateau. From Igala land came out and started hurling insults at me. Atiku said, no, stop. He's a Kanuri man. He said, liberty to insult me.